Hello YouTube, welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Jam. And in the previous part we wrapped up Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and in this part we're going to start this bad boy, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So let's get into it. And before we start the game, I just want to dive into the instruction manual. So option English, so you've got the option of Japanese or English. So but we speak English here, so let's get to it. There's the front cover. There's the next page. Right, let's get into it. Do the zoom in. Right. So what we got here? Starting up. Just telling you the safety. Here we go. Find the Chaos Emeralds. Miles tells Prower the fox can't sit still when Sonic's around. Ever since Miles was a baby fox, he's dreamed of being like Sonic. He loves to run after Sonic, waving his two tails behind him, trying to keep up with his hero. Mostly, Sonic lets him trail along, but sometimes, just to show off, Sonic explodes in a burst of super speed and leaves him behind. But Miles doesn't give up. He whirls his tails like a helicopter rotor and takes off flying until he catches up. All the animals call him Miles by his nickname Tails, because of his two special tails, and one day they saw an astonishing feat. They were all together in the forest watching Sonic perform. Sonic would run, spin and jump in his super spin attack, then Tails would whirl like a turbo engine and blast off in his super dash attack. What a show off. Suddenly Tails just couldn't help himself. He took a run, start, curled up his tails and whoosh, he was spinning like Sonic. There we go. Hang on, got that Norton thing coming up. Right, let's go to the next page. But now something frightening is happening. Sonic's friends are disappearing in their place. Nasty metal robots are popping up all over the island. The mad scientist, Dr. Robotnik, is at it again. This time, Robotnik's planning a global disaster. He needs workers to create a doomsday machine that can take over the world. So he's trapping all the animals, turning them into robots and forcing them to build his ultimate weapon, the Death Egg. So I guess that's where you got the level Doomsday for Sonic 3 and Knuckles at the end, if you get all the emeralds. So yeah, Robotnik now rules the factories, refineries and cities. He's grabbed control of everything except the 7 Chaos Emeralds. These magnificent gems are believed to hold exceptional powers. With them, Robotnik could have the entire world in his grasp, and he'd never let go. The Chaos Emeralds are buried somewhere on the island. Only one tough dude with spiky hair has the speed to find them first. Help Sonic stop the devious scheme of the demented scientist. Spin like a speedball through space. Grab power sneakers and loop till you're dizzy. Twirl over twisting speedways and rocket through tunnels. Balance and blast across a bubbling ocean of oil. Find the emeralds, free the animals and squash Robotnik forever. There you go, there's the controls. Now this manual's quite interesting because in some of the pages you've got some interesting images. You've got this bit telling you all the. Hang on, we'll zoom in. Look, it tells you all the features in the game. Like you've got that super twist, and then on the next page, or the next couple of pages, it shows you some interesting images, which I just fucking said. Where is it? We'll find it. Race for the rings. So it tells you the monitors and what they do. Go to the next page. Here we go. In this picture, it shows you some images of all the enemies that are in the game. And when I was a kid, I used to sit and draw these. I used to have the manual open and just draw them. So I thought they're really cool. I used to like drawing that the Eggman face. So go to the next page. Show you them all. It tells you what zones they're in as well. So yeah, a bit of a spoiler for the game. There we go. And because it's the American manual, there's something quite interesting on the back cover, which I don't think is on the European manual. There we go. Not really reading much. Right, here you go. Super hints. There you go. If you want to pause and read those. What we've got here, you know, just stuff telling you about the cartridge and the safety precautions. And on the last page, look, you've got an advertisement for World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, which I have a Let's Play of that on my channel if you want to go and watch that, but there's no commentary. I didn't have a microphone then, or the guts to do commentary, so that's that. So let's exit. We're on 5 minutes. 5 minutes and we haven't even started the game yet. We'll exit that. And yesterday when I finished recording Sonic 1, I actually did a playthrough of this, like practicing just in my own time, and I finished the game and I got all the Chaos Emeralds, and I did it with Tails. So I wanted to see what it's like and see what a nightmare he is in the special stages, and he wasn't that bad. So there you go, there's my previous saved game, but we're going to overwrite that when we start a new one. When we start the game up, it'll overwrite that. So let's play the original. And this is the first Sonic game originally with the Super Spin Dash. SEGA. So that's one extra move we've got. Well, we already had it in the previous level. In the previous game. But if you was playing the original cartridges, you wouldn't have been able to do it. So let's press pause. And we'll start the game. We're going to play it with Tails. And I'm not going to be too fussed about the Chaos Emeralds. I will try and get them, but I'm not going to be too upset if I don't get them. So what we'll do is we'll try and get maybe one or two. We'll have one or two attempts at the Chaos Emeralds in like per level or per act, because I want to save the last emerald till the last level, because I don't want to get Super Sonic too soon, because he's too hectic and he can sometimes ruin my flow of the game. Like, it goes too fast and you just don't enjoy yourself. And sometimes Super Sonic falls through the floor. So here we go, we're at the first ring post and we're going to have our first attempt to get in the first Chaos Emerald. I never showed you the special stages in the first Sonic, so I'm sorry about that. Here we go, we're in this tube, which is bit of a trend for Sonic games from here onwards. A lot of Sonic games use this concept for a special stage, which is rather interesting. I like it. But when I was a kid and I used to play this, I never used to bother trying to get the Chaos Emeralds because I found them too tricky. Like, I can get the first 3 or 4 emeralds, but then the next 2 after that can be quite tricky. But since this game released on the Xbox Live Arcade with the save states, I've managed to improve my skills on the special stages. More often than not, I can get them. It's the last one of these levels is not that bad. It's the 2 before it that are really tricky. And it might take me a couple of attempts to learn the patterns. So yeah, doing really well so far. This one's this first one's a cinch. Shouldn't have a problem. There you go, got more than enough rings there. So yeah, but when them really hard special stages start rolling around, I might go a bit silent when doing them, because I'm just gonna concentrate. You know what I mean? That's what we are, 9 minutes. Shit. Might keep this at like 15-minute length videos, so I can get Act 1 and Act 2 in. So we'll go to Act 2 and we'll try and get the next special states there. So we'll whiz to the end now. Ooh. There you go. There's the first spin dash. Let's whiz to the end. So yeah, this game's the start of the main Sonic series, like where it's like story driven, where the games link together. Like this game, the end of this game links to Sonic 3 and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which were all released separately, but I mean, like Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles were released separately, but they were originally meant to be released as one whole game. I don't know all the details about that, like why they split them up or whatnot, or whatever. Ah, shit. I don't really know what I'm talking about here. So there we go, that's Act 1 done. So yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable about these Sonic games, like all the details and all the trivia. I just play the game. Whoa! Shit! Gets me every time. Get rid of you, bastard. Thank you, Tails. But yeah, when you're facing some of the later bosses, Tails can be a bit of an issue, where you want to try and get some good hits on the bosses, and Tails will attempt to help you. And when you hit the boss, no, when Tails hits Dr. Robotnik, Robotnik becomes like invisible, and you end up just floating through the boss, and then you end up losing your rings. Oh. There we go. We're gonna get the second emerald. Hopefully the Elgato's handling okay, because before recording, the lag on the game was quite behind. Like, usually it's about 3 seconds, but when I switched the computer on, it was like more like 10 seconds. Right, let's do this. This one isn't too hard either. And the reason that Tails can be an issue in this these special stages is because every time you jump, Tails ends up being the leading character, and Tails can snag some rings as well, but when Tails gets hit, you lose those rings, and it can ruin your ring total. Ooh, like that. See, now Tails has no rings. Right, get these. Ooh, have we got enough? Alright. Oh. How many do we need? I think it was like 100, wasn't it? Yeah, we got enough. 140, so we just need another 37 more, and we should be good. Yeah, see, the response of Tails is quite slow. It's like the Elgato, a 3 seconds delay. Oh, oh shit. Still, we've got more than enough. What was it? 140, wasn't it? There you go. Blazing. We did it. And another thing about this Elgato is it doesn't get the bit rate correct. Like normally on the screen I'm watching, the emeralds are like flickering, but on the Elgato it's just not. It's just plain. There's no flicker at all. Go down here. Oh well, why did I do that? We missed the one up as well. We could have got another one there. I'm going to backtrack a bit, because I want to do the little twizzly bit. I like doing that. Oh. Right, so what are we on? 13 minutes, not too bad. And if we can get 50 rings by the time we get to the end of this act, I might have another attempt at the special stage. I might not. I'll save it for the chemical plant. Right, so we're going to go up there. Up here. Yeah, in this game, this one probably holds most memories for a lot of Sonic fans. This one's probably the most nostalgic for people when it comes to memories. There we go. What are we on? Full fifth? No, we'll skip it. I don't want to get the emeralds too soon, like I said, because I don't want to ruin my flow of the game. I don't want to be Super Sonic too soon. 2 hits. It's our first boss fight for Sonic 2. So yeah, so Tails doesn't really get in the way much on this boss. but it definitely does for oil ocean and chemical plant sometimes. There we go. That's Emerald Hill Zone. Finished. Yeah, just over 15 minutes there. Yep. So thanks for watching. I'm going to end the video here, and I'll see you in the next part, and we'll tackle chemical plants. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.